Hello, this is Mike, NoStressMike.com. I heard there's a saying, you look at all the facts, you see what is obvious, you start eliminating all of the what if and maybe this and all that kind of stuff. And whatever you're left with must be the true facts. And that's basically what I'm starting to think about the United States government. I believe that the United States government is a puppet government. The reason I say that is I've always said everything is obvious here in Guatemala. I mean, every stupid thing that happens in the United States, they do it here. And when they do it here, it's obviously stupid beyond control. You cannot deny it. And I've said many times examples of it. But the thing that's really getting me is the Guatemala government. I don't know if you realize it, but their president and vice president is in jail. Now, I thought it was funny and I thought it was cool that they would take these actions against the corrupt politicians. I really thought that was cool. And it is. And that they really are corrupt. They really are. And so now I found out all the investigational work that's being done is by the United States. They're the ones that have provided the investigators. And everyone knows that the Guatemala government is a puppet government for the United States. Everyone knows that. And now it is so obvious that we bring American investigators down to prosecute the corruption. Okay. Is this... I mean, the first thing I think about is what gives us, the U.S., the United States, the authority to come in and investigate a foreign government. Remember? Everything is obvious in the United States. I mean, in Guatemala. Okay, so what gives them the authority? Somebody gave them, the U.S., the authority. Now, if somebody gave the U.S. the authority to come in here and do their thing, that would explain why the United States government in the United States sucks. And it goes against the principles of the American way. It goes against the American dream. It goes against the Constitution. Why? They don't answer to the Constitution. They don't answer to we the people. That answers the question why the United States government feels they need to police the planet. That answers why we think we need to set regulations, make our population do things, strangle our population by putting them out of business, putting them on welfare, making the education system so bad that we produce a stupid population. That's why homeschooling is taken off so much. That's why homeschoolers are far above public schools. You mean to tell me the United States government is a puppet government? It takes its marching orders from an outside identity. Kind of like Guatemala gets their marching orders from an outside identity called the United States. And when Guatemala doesn't do what they're supposed to do, the United States sends in the Marines. You know, it's amazing to me. It's amazing to me how screwed up things are. And people feel they don't have any control over their lives. And they don't want to take the personal responsibility to become self-reliant. So they just get in line just like the governments get in line. You know, I've mentioned this on some other videos. Guatemala now is under UN laws. Is under UN laws. You know, it's funny because I wonder how is this going to affect the Muslims? I mean, they got their own laws. I mean, and I understand not going along with Muslim law. I understand that. I mean, as an American, I understand that. But are we going to pick the Muslims as the bad guy in all this? And we are going to continue following laws that aren't ours, following laws that are unconstitutional. And we're going to bitch about the Muslims. I don't know, but I find this really, really strange. The United States produces laws that the American people don't even want. The American people follow laws that we know are unjust. Laws that we know are stupid. Laws we know are made and designed to control us. I don't know how much it's going to take for the American people to figure this out. I don't know. And I wonder sometimes. You hear me talk about the 3%. The 3% are the ones that prepare. They're not rich. They're not poor. Well, put it back. Take it back. They are rich. They are poor. They're middle class. They're all kinds. But they're 3%ers. They're the ones that want to control their own life. They're not the ones you're going to see standing in line. I believe the United States is a puppet government. It does the dirty work. And I think it's for the New World Order. That part, I might be wrong. But I doubt it. This is Mike. NoStressMike.com.